Hey people, Injured here, 3v3 Faction War. This is Quest Redemption and Space Marines versus Imperial Guard. For the Blue Space Marine team is Cursecrab with a Force Commander. Very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support alongside Ben 1993 with a Techmarine. Starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support his structures and repair, even get into some melee. We've got some Blood Ravens. Rounded off the blue team then, Chaos 23 as an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Red Guard team, Lomors with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, begins with a refractor shield, can also shoot his own fellas in the head. Looks like the Catachun's elite scheme here. Alongside is the Tenso with a Lord General, fights in ranged combat with retinue of stormtroopers, can add to the retinue really strong defense and support. We have the Mordian Iron Guard, one of them just died. And rounding off the teams, Inkeura with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons, has a little bit of support about her too. Looks like she's pushing up the south side and the Space Marines are swarming the mid. Inkeura with double Sentinels, always very risky I think in a 3v3 game, and Space Marines can deal with Sentinels relatively well in groups with their Kraken Bolts and their Devastators, and the Techmarine himself of course could also get snipers up potentially. Repairs for this Sentinel then, I don't think any of them have their ground pound yet. Nope, yo, one of them does. Inkeura's got one up. They grab that central power point, sticking behind the heavy cover of course. Force Commander thinking about going around the side and getting a flank, but thought again. What is this? Oh, the Lord Commissar smacking around some scouts. I thought the Space Marines were going to be a little bit more aggressive there, try and push through onto an early power bash, but I think they saw all the Sentinels and thought about getting stomped 3 times, and thought again. Lord General runs away, lost another retinue member there. Force Commander's in the mid. Meanwhile, the Inquisitor got a full cap on this VP, well done to her. And shotguns are up for Chaos 23. Devastators for Ben and some more scouts. Surprised we haven't seen more Devastators actually. Shotguns before Devastators, eh? 485 to 487, 1-to-1 cap maybe to help control that Inquisitor, I guess. We have Sniper Rifle up for Ben. Cursecrab is just not spending any power right now for some reason. I'm sure they will. Defending their power there. Lord Commissar continues to be a pain in the ass with his shield up. Taking some bolter fire from scouts. Is he gonna? He is actually gonna try and bash the power here. In the mid is kicking off. Devastators with their heavy bolter to suppress targets. And a heavy bolter here for the Tenso with the heavy weapon squad. Takes down the node. Nothing can really approach now then. There's no Assault Marines. Oh, Cursecrab's getting Assault Marines. Maybe Chaos will as well. Haven't got anything yet. Not sure what they're waiting for. We have infiltrated scouts. Going to shotgun blast the heavy weapon squad down. They need to be ready to push though. Oh, they're just going to get into melee, are they? Oh, there we go. Just melee them down. The one thing scouts can scare off in melee is guardsmen, I guess. Lost a couple of models as they retreated, but they get away. We have grenade launchers up for the Lord General. Gives him move, which makes you faster. In an AoE around him. You can use it to reposition or set up a flank, that kind of thing. Especially with Catachuns and Ogryns and that stuff. 476 to 467 on the VPs, 2-to-1 for the Space Marine players. Chaos eventually does get another squad on the field, Assault Marines. A little bit slow there. Inkeura continues to push the South VP. Well, the Southeast VP, I guess. The natural for the Space Marines. Hammer of the Witches on the Apothecary's face. Sentinels could be in a tricky place here. There's double snipers. And they would do big chunks of the Sentinel. Apothecary also has a ranged weapon now, the customized Stormbolter. Can use that to shut down the Inquisitor when she gets close. The full auto there. Devastator is setting up. Almost got a nasty volley off on that Sentinel at close range, but it gets around for the stomp. Needs to move though. Where are Inkeura's Sentinels? Oh, they just left. They just gone. This Sentinel needs to be so careful. We have spotters on the field now for the Tenso. He's got a lot of stuff to manage here. He's got a sentinel to manage that needs to be repaired and stuff. He's got a setup team and now spotters. Full auto on those guys. There's the spotter smoke shell, which messes up the range of enemy units. 424 to 453. Quite a frantic and relatively even tier 1, I think, as players start to think about their tier 2s. In fact, Ben, the first player to go. Cursecrab going double assault marines. And Inkeura also goes tier 2. Does have a heavy weapon squad on the field. Just saw a assault squad jump there. Over here. Do have some actual Catachan devils. And the Lord Commissar himself has a power sword. So that's a lot of potential damage on these assault marines. Catachans have power melee. And of course now the Commissar does with this sword. And they've got the execution inspire courage buff. And down they go, I think, yeah. Finished off those assault marines. But hey, here's some more. What's this? Sentinels coming up the stairs. Getting in behind those tactical marines, which negates their cover. But it is a heavy bolter, needs to be careful. Yeah, heavy bolters are bad news for sentinels. Big loss then for Cursecrab. Goes tier 2. Catachan's down to just 4 models. 2. Can he finish them? A jump should do it. There's a jump. I think they can finish him here. That makes up somewhat the loss of the assault marines. It's not quite an even price, but got some good XP on those guys. Look at that. Almost got a full level of that. Lord Commissar also went down. I think that's pretty good. Transfer res, says Lomors. Very polite way to ask for a revive. Down goes a sentinel. That was the Tensos. Amazingly, Inkeura's are both still going. I guess it helps not having to come mid so much, kind of thing. We got plasma gun tactical marines and a plasma gun Techmarine. Both will do huge amounts of damage to the heavy infantry armor of those sentinels. This fella with a missile launcher. And the other one too. And there's those frag missiles, good versus infantry. And with 2 of them firing, that's a big burst of damage potentially. Especially on setup teams and stuff that can't really move easily. There's that heavy bolter going, but surely they can push through here. Basilisk Flare goes in. Not sure if they even needed that, because Catachan Devils were here from Lomors. Got some more, so could have grenade launched them. I think the Flare maybe was better suited for a larger fight, perhaps. But maybe they didn't know what else was here. Can't see what we can see. Librarian on the way for Cursecrab. Imperial Guard players a little bit slow getting to tier 2 compared to their enemies. But we'll see how it goes. Not that far behind. These are the Assault Marines of Chaos 23. Librarian on the way for Cursecrab. With a level 2 force commander. No war gear for this guy yet. Inquisitors all the way in the north now. And the Lord Commissar going for stubbornness, which will allow him to stay in these melee brawls a lot longer. With the pretty substantial health regen that can give you, depending on how many allies are close. Assault Marines jumping into trouble. That was plasma guns and power melee and all sorts of things. These guardsmen with plasmas. Those tactical marines had a bad day being knocked over by the grenade launcher of the Catachans. Hammer of the Witches. Oh, couldn't quite get a model off those guys. Or those guys. In the mid, still fighting over this power, which has been genned up. 339 to 387 on the VPs. Lord Commissar levels to 2. Killed something with his pistol, I think. Double cap now, though, for the Space Marines. The attacks of Chaos 23 got a full cap, and now going to bash some power with their flamer. Will they be able to get anything done, though? There's some las guns and now a heavy bolter, and they've spotted the Manticore. It could change up what the Space Marine players go for. There's the Manticore strike on the Devastator Marines. The Manticore is a very long range and powerful artillery piece, but you need to manually target each shot. And it does telegraph the attack, as you saw there. That can do wonders. It is quite hard to have those things pay for themselves, though. I think they are quite pricey and delay your tier 3, which of course is great for Imperial Guard with their Lehman Russes and stuff. What are these guys for doing? Improvised explosive going up, I guess. There it is. If anything tries to decap it, kaboom. Surprised we're not seeing more action in the south where there's, you know, 2 victory points. People love to fight over this power on this map for some reason. Maybe this gives them a little bit of leeway to go either side, I suppose. 339 to 332. Tier 3 for Cursecrab. Tier 3 for Chaos. Tech advantage to the Space Marines, which typically means you're in trouble if you're fighting them, you know. This Sentinel is very low. Took a sniper shot or 2, I think. We have Inspire Courage on the Catechins at then, doing double damage and really messed up those Assault Marines. Force Commander goes down. Oh, he's got Bionic Eye. It's now Inspired Determination. Bad news for those Assault Marines. Are they going to survive the next fight even? Maybe the Librarian can teleport them out if they need to. 319 to 332. Double cap for the Imperial Guard. Can they put some pressure on the power here? Don't think they have yet. Oh, this is taking some damage, so I'm lying already. This is still taking a little bit of damage. Some heavy weapon squad fellas. Oh man, all bunched up for that flamer. That was very painful. Almost got the cap. Apothecary down in the mid. 291 to 332. Any war gear on the Inquisitor? Yes. Inferno Pistol and Liber Heresius. Still just a grenade launchers there. There's the move, speeding up those guardsmen. Apothecary didn't even get to level yet. Submarine jump. They have their sergeant so they can throw out that merciless strike. There you see him with the power sword. Artillery spotters get into huge amounts of trouble from the Tenso. Now fighting some submarines. They're going to die, I think. Definitely down. Just lost track of them for a second. That's all it takes. Force Commander still down in the north. Chaos could Laramans perhaps to get 2 heroes back up. We have a Predator tank from Ben. Can support vehicles pretty well as you'd expect. The Techmarine can global repair all allied vehicles on the map. And also personally repair. Scouts having to flee. Lord Commissar, I thought he was going to go after these Vanguard veterans, but I guess not. So the Catechin Sarge does have a melter gun. Typically not enough to take on a vehicle by themselves, but if you can get onto rear armor maybe, and it's an early tier 2 vehicle, they could do it. You know, some soft AV to help you out. Just adds to their crazy versatility. Manticore Strike. Oh, back here. Getting those Devastators off the field. They have a las cannon. Tier 3 for the Tenso. Looks like Lomors is the last play in tier 2. Sentinels doing some work with their crack missiles. Also the Inquisitor getting some shots in with the Inferno Pistol, which is good versus all targets. Cursecrab now has a Terminator Force Commander. And has gone for Lightning Claws against Imperial Guard with no Ogrins. That's a bit odd. But they'd have fun slicing through guardsmen, that's for sure. 242 to 311. I was expecting a heavy flamer or something. Did these guys actually bash anything? Don't think they did. They've been trying though, bless them. Here's another Predator tank from Chaos. Sentinel can't really take on a tank 1v1. Using the shot blocker there. Apothecary back to his feet, level 2. Techmarine is level 3. Bashing that power on the mid. The scouts have done okay. Surprised they haven't taken down another Sentinel though. Here's the Lightning Claw Terminator Force Commander. Splash damage, power melee. Gonna get in there. Maybe it's to help the assault these as Vanguard veterans in the melee fight, because they were getting messed up by the Catechins, weren't they? And they still are, actually. Force Commander's kind of wasting a lot of time doing these special attacks. He wants to be mincing things. Vanguard veterans got away. And now they're surrounding the Force Commander and doing some good work. Might have to run away, this fella. Or teleport away. There he goes. Barely got out of there. 68 hit points, I think, when he teleported. Librarian also should be fine, I think. Yep, south. Hit some tanks. This one, oh, goes down to the Sentinel. Well played, Inkeura, although things have been lost. Here's a Baneblade on the way and a Lehman Russ for the Tenso. I think the, yep, Inquisitor's going to go down. Grenade on the water. That water is heresy. Guardsman flee. Sentinel's being hunted down. Manticore strike misses. Has it done anything good, really? It's really hard to make those Manticores pay off. Even in a 3v3. Maybe in maps where it's a meat grinder on the contested VP, which is not really the case on Quest Redemption. Typically, these two players are kind of left to themselves to fight over it. It's weird how some maps flow a certain way, and you can never tell how that's going to be until they're played. 222 to 286. Baneblade is up. Lehman Russ is up with the Vanquisher. These guys with their Melter Bomb going after the Manticore. There it is. Couldn't get it on the rear armor though, so it should be okay. Look at the damage it takes. If they get that on rear armor, it's very close to a one-shot. I think these Tactical Marines with 3 hit points. Wow, they got away. Land Raider Redeemer now for Ben. Chaos 23 looking quite depleted. Inkeura is, but one of those units is a Baneblade. Inquisitor's level 3 with Purgatus as well. Northern VP is red. So far, Lomors has done a pretty good job against the Assault Marines / the Vanguard Veterans using Inspired Determination and Catechins. I think it'll be good here for Cursecrab not to use his Battle Cry. Just use your basic attacks to mince through the Catechins. He's not actually targeting them, he's targeting the Guardsman, and he just used Battle Cry again, which kind of slows down his DPS. I know he's buffing the Vanguard Veterans, but they just get destroyed by the Inspired Determination Catechins again. And Tactical Marines are in here. Here come Assault Terminators though. Unique to the Force Commander. These guys with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields, but looks like they're going for Lightning Claws. Much more dangerous against infantry, but it does lower their health, although they still have tons of it. Now you just need to get some tanks up, Lomors, because they've gone full power melee on those Terminators. 161 to 286. I mean, they managed to push through. The Assault Terminators saved the engagement, I think. Catechin Devils run off. That's Veil of Time on the Terminators there from the Librarian. Meanwhile, in the south, Baneblade pushing against the Land Raider. It's pretty low already. Vanquisher Cannon Lehman Russ is there as well. Incendiary Shells on the Devastators. Almost finished them off, although... Oh, maybe that was just a Hell Fury strike. I think that was just the Hell Fury from the Inquisitor's Global Bar. These scouts desperately trying to repair the Land Raider. These scouts are just trying to path block here. And chuck a grenade and his missile launch attacks. That might be enough to do it. Is this a Manticore strike? Just a Basilisk Flare, I think. Manticore. It was a Manticore strike. Just took ages to fire for some reason. Did some good work against the Marines. Couldn't quite finish off the Land Raider. So close. 156 to 275. Predator tank on the way for Chaos 23. And just got some Stern Guard veterans called in. First company Tactical Marines that can combat all targets by switching their ammo. Also get some cool box magazines and scopes for better shooting. Double Lehman Russes now for the Tenso. Yeah, those Assault Marines are hanging out in a bad place. Lord Commissar taking back the north. We've lost the indicator here. 126 to 275. Gets it. Las Cannon gets a shot on the tank too. I don't know if they can hold this though with the Assault Terminators here. There's the jump from the Assault Marines. Inspired Determination again. And again, the Vanguard Veterans are going to get decimated. That was a good special. Here comes the Force Commander. Can they kill him before the Assault Terminators show up? shotgun blast there. Uh-oh, Catachans are, I think, in a bit too deep. Yeah, they got wiped out. Lomors got a little bit greedy there. Just drunk on the power of Inspired Determination, I think. Down goes the Predator tank, though. That was Chaos's. Didn't last very long. I mean, double Lehman Russes on it. It's going to be tough for the old Predator tank. But Space Marines are capping the north. Was a triple cap momentarily there for the Imperial Guard. Manticore. Those are some good hits. And Manticores can be great against super heavy vehicles like the Land Raider because it's so big and slow. Yeah, the Terminators are quite low here. And here come Plasma Guns, which Terminators don't like. They are healing up off the Land Raider though. Turret now for Ben, who's got a Melter Gun. And Signum. But they are running out of VPs. 8 left for the Space Marines. They're trying to take the Northern VP here. Are these guys going for the natural? Oh, they didn't have time. Did not have time. What was going on over here? Well, shouldn't you guys be on the VP or something? Well, something died over here. Yeah, very strange. They stole the bunker and were just very excited about this. So they didn't go for the VP. Maybe they were trying to fight this thing. But yeah, the game felt a lot closer than 275 VPs remaining kind of thing. Lomors did a great job in the north of those Catachans. And I feel like Cursecrab kind of played into it. Where was the Flamer? Where were your vehicles? Maybe a good time to get ranged Terminators. You really wanted to get into melee, I suppose. We had a level 3 Techmarine, a level 2 Apothecary, who was having a lay down there. What were you knocked over by? You're in your own base. Very odd. Lord Commissar, level 5, level 3 Lord General, and a level 4 Inquisitor. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for taking part, and of course Impregnable for planning such events. I'll see you next time.